Hello everybody, how are you this morning? I hope you are really good. So I thought I'd come on here and do a little video about something that's happened to me lately that has just made me think, do you know what? I need to speak about this because it is so true that we just go by day by day in life, not really thinking about what we want and how we want to live and how we want our children to live. We literally just do what society wants us to do and think that's okay because that's the norm. However, this lockdown has made us realise actually there is another way of living. There is another way that we can do things, and perhaps that actually it has been working for you with your children at home and trying to do things around them, and it might be a little bit less stressful than rushing them round everywhere, rushing them to school, picking them up from school, rushing to clubs at night, and not actually spending quality time with your children. And it's so key, isn't it, that we've taken this time now to sit back, reflect on what we were doing, reflect on how we were living, and realising actually there's got to be another way. And 5 years ago, I sort of had that sort of revelation, if you like, of not revelation, but a sort of feeling of surely there's another way, because I was at home with my two children. They were babies at the time. One of them was 4 and one of them was 2. And I really wanted to be at home with them. It was something that I'd always wanted, and I had my children, and then it was like this case of, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to go to work, and I don't want to go and leave them. But at the same time, when I was that mum at home, I also forgot who I was. So, I just ended up, clearing up after everyone, and being the mummy with the babies, and I loved that. However, I'd forgotten who I was, and sort of my purpose had sort of changed completely from this woman that always wanted, to have children, and a woman that always sort of, had been taught from an early age in school and everything, of how you're supposed to work, and you're supposed to be busy, and you're supposed to get a job, and you're supposed to earn money, and that is your purpose in life. And then when you have children, you're this mum at home then that has to ask for money, and then from your husband, and then you sort of feel like that sense of identity or that sense of independence is stripped away from you, even though you have 2 or 1 absolutely doting child wanting everything from you. You still feel like your independence has gone. And so I remember I used to always sort of take them for walks everywhere, get in the car and go like to the Chester Zoo every day, because I felt that was my purpose and I felt like I was doing something. But then there was a time where I started thinking, okay, there's got to be something else. I know that I need to start using my brain again. My anxiety started coming back, and I started thinking, oh gosh, what's wrong with me? What if something happens to me? What will the children be like without me? All that sort of, not stupid, it's sort of irrational thinking that comes in when your mind isn't stimulated by anything. When your mind isn't growing, it's sort of thinking about dying, really. It's like worrying. And so I sort of knew there was something I had to do. And it was either that case of going to work, so I trained to be a teacher, so going and doing the job that I'd been trained to do, or staying at home with them and finding something to do. And I didn't know how I was going to earn an income with that. I didn't know how I was going to do it, and I'd lost all my confidence. I wasn't, I was in a mummy bubble, if you like, and also I always wanted a business in something, but I didn't have any specific talents or anything, like I couldn't sort of sew up things or make things and sell them. I was like, I can't do that. And also didn't have the money to start a business. And so I started asking, like, there's got to be more to life, like, come on. And then a friend of mine had started a network marketing business. Now, at the time, I knew nothing about network marketing, and I just went along to hear about what it was she was doing. I actually thought that she was making potions and stuff in her bedroom, but it wasn't like that. I was very pleasantly surprised when I went along and heard about the opportunity that she was offering me. And I thought, do you know what? if this is going to work for her and it's worked for thousands of others, it's got to work for me as well. So I had this gut feeling that I knew I had to do it. And I went and researched about network marketing and read some incredible books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, GoPro, and I found that actually people who are successful in life were really behind network marketing. People like Richard Branson, people like Alan Sugar, they were all already very successful. Bill Gates, however, they still said that network marketing was the business of the 21st century. And I knew I had to get in there. Now, I had to block out noise from around me because there were so many people's opinions, people's other beliefs, that could have stopped me from doing it. But I knew in my heart of hearts, I knew in my gut that I had to do it. And the had to do it was for my wants really in life. My wants for staying home with my children, my wants for having my husband at home with us, my wants for traveling around the world, which actually being a stay-at-home mum is impossible to do that because you don't earn any money and you haven't got any earnings coming in. So it's sort of that catch-22 really, when you have all these hopes and dreams that you want, but then your children are everything and you want to stay with them, but you can't afford to give them everything that you want to do. And so when I heard about network marketing and I heard about how, it could be your vehicle to get you to where you want to be. It might not be in the shape that you thought that you would do a business, It wasn't ever something I thought I would. But then it can be that vehicle to get you there. And in the process of it, which is what's happened to me, you grow yourself, and coming from that sort of shell of a person I was 5 years ago to the person I am today, knowing where I'm going, having purpose in life, happy with where we are and excited for where we're going, and realizing my potential, realizing, that my self-worth and growing my self-esteem, growing my confidence, realizing that actually there are thousands of people out there that I can help and offer this sort of mindset journey, if you like, this personal development journey alongside growing a business. And it sounds quite cheesy, doesn't it? But it works if you put that work in. And I do always say that because you can't start something and expect it to work but you not do anything. And it's different for everybody. Lots of people come into the company and they have different goals. I've got friends in the company who in the business that wanted to absolutely strive to the top of the business as soon as possible, and that's where they knew they were going and they were heading, and they went there and they're there. And there's other people that were quite happy to get to a certain point and maybe travel a little bit slower, which actually was me. And at that, and there'll be other people that literally just want to come in and earn a couple of £100 a month, and they just want to sell a few products and use a few themselves. And that is absolutely fine. Everybody is different. But the best thing about it is that it allows you to be you. It allows you to grow into who you're supposed to be. It allows you to, if you're the loud, excitable person that people always tell you to dim your light, don't be shining on everybody like that. You've got to dim your light to fit in with everyone else. If you are that person, then Arbonne allows you to bring yourself out. It allows you to become the person you're supposed to be. If you are somebody who tries to be outrageous to fit in with the company you're in at the minute or fit in with a crowd that you're around, then you don't have to be that. It allows you to be who you are, to find that energy that you're supposed to be, to realize why you're here on this earth in the first place. We're all here for different reasons, but we are here right now, and we're unique because out of the hundreds of thousands of years and millions of years that we've been, and the hundreds of millions of people that there are, you are you. And there's nothing that anyone can change about that. You are you. You're unique. You're here. You're healthy. You have all the opportunities around you, and all you have to do is tap into it and work it out and grow it And it is so exciting when that starts to happen. And a business like this allows you to grow yourself if you want to. You have to decide to do it. You know, you don't just sign up and say, right, £30 sign up fee, here you go, got my website, I'm ready to go, okay, that's it. And then sit back. You have to read the books, you have to listen to the audios, you have to get on the trainings, you have to be willing to change, you have to be willing to grow, you have to be willing to step out your comfort zone, you have to be willing to talk to people even when you don't want to, you have to be willing to grow yourself to a point where you actually think that you can do something that absolutely petrifies you and actually get excited about it. It is such an incredible, exciting business to get involved in if you embrace it. If you don't and you just think about it daily but don't do anything, it can be the most stressful thing in the whole world, because it's that word purpose again. Purpose. Waking up and feeling like you have a purpose in life brings happiness. So if your purpose in life is to get up and grow your business and grow yourself to a point where you feel like, oh my God, excited for what you're creating, then your happiness will be so sky high because your purpose is there. However, if you sign up and you grow a business, you have your business there but don't actually do anything, your self-esteem will go really down, down, down. And that is when people don't succeed, because they don't try. They don't put the effort in. They quit before payday. They quit before there's any success in there because they're scared. They're scared what people think. They're scared about having different beliefs to others. They're scared that actually it could be successful and then what will happen? There's so many things to be scared about. But I just think if you're going to be scared all your life, scared to do anything, scared to jump in and do something different, scared to do, I don't know, something that just scares you a little bit, then you're never going to get to that point where you feel you have that purpose, you feel that happiness. Because you'll just be stagnant. You'll just be stagnant. And if you're not growing, then you're dying. And inside, not necessarily physically, but inside you are. And so that's what I think Arbonne has done for me. It's created this sense of purpose, created a sense of knowing of who I am, created an opportunity for me to grow, to have more self-esteem, to grow my confidence, to grow my self-worth. It's given me an opportunity to be surrounded by people that lift me up, surrounded by people that are always telling me that I'm worth more and that I deserve more, and helping me to realize that actually, yeah, it's possible for every single one of us. It's not just possible for one person, it's anybody. And then also, I've been able to stay at home with my children. Yeah, my husband's been working as well, so we've had 2 incomes. But if I hadn't have done Arbonne, then I would have had to be in a full-time job or a part-time job in an office, doing something I'm not sort of excited about, and not being able to be around for my children, not being able to pick them up from school, not being able to be there when they need me. You know, all the things that I wanted in life, I wouldn't have been able to have if I hadn't have said yes. And yeah, that doesn't mean that that's necessarily the case for every single one. You know, everybody is different. And, you know, if you want to check out earnings.arbonne.com, it will tell you about what your earning potential is, you know, and how you can actually grow an income with this. But it also is so much for so many. So it's different people from different backgrounds. For me, it was so that I can stay at home with the children and have something for myself and grow me. For other people, it's to get out the jobs they're in. For some people, it's so they can travel more. But it's so different for everybody. Some people, it's a plan B. Some people, it's for pension. And that's the exciting part. But alongside that, it's growing your health, helping yourself feel good by using amazing products. And that's what we do. We use the products and we share them with other people and share the business opportunity, which allows you so much freedom and flexibility. As long as you have your phone, your laptop, your mouth, and your products, then you can grow your business. We don't hold stock, we don't have to hand products to anyone. People order directly from your website, so it goes directly to them. And it's all for £30 to start a business. And then you use the products, you have all the discounts and things to use the products yourself. And then you grow it with authenticity and you're genuine when you're sharing the products with people. So It's an exciting, different industry to be involved in, and it allows you to be in a community that uplifts you, that helps you to feel good, and that feels like you. If you are somebody who is always thinking positively, maybe believes in like the universe and things happen for reasons, maybe have an open mind, want a new direction in life, or on that path at the minute thinking, right, where am I supposed to be going? What am I supposed to be doing? This allows you to create who you are if you let it, if you embrace it, and if you go for it. If you don't go for it, you will never know, and you'll always be questioning, what if? What if? But if you do it, and then you embrace it, and it works, you'll be thanking yourself and saying, I am so glad I said yes. Literally, so glad. And it's allowed me now to be more flexible in knowing that with everything that's going on now, with things, in lockdown and schools closed, I know that I can work this around the girls because they can do their work, I can do my work, and we can do it from wherever. So actually, all those barriers that I've had in the past of we have to be at a certain place at a certain time and we have to go there and we have to do this, it's all gone. Because I know that this can be built in and around our life. And so wherever I go, wherever the will takes me, wherever our journey takes us, this can come with us and the children can come with us. And it doesn't matter where we are, as long as we got each other and as long as we embrace it and speak about it and do the do, because it's exciting. It's so exciting. And that's me. So I just wanted to share that with you this morning. I hope you're all okay. Have a brilliant day. And if you want to hear any more, if you want to reach out to me and find some more information out, it might not be for you, but if it is, then let's do it because it's so exciting and we'll do it together. See you later.